What's good, YouTube? Vakasa Kavi here. So, Upchurch has put out a video called You-Eff-Oh Part 1, one of his talking videos. I love his talking videos, so we're going to cover this. Church, thank you so much for your comment of encouragement earlier on my 7 months of no alcohol. That really means the world to me. I appreciate you. You've been here since I did the first reaction to one of your songs, so I really appreciate you showing up and showing some encouragement. That meant the whole world to me. Thank you so much. So, we aren't going to waste any time. I want to see what we're going to talk about in this video. So, I'm Vakasa Kavi. A reaction video a day keeps the doctor away. Fuck those apples. I hope y'all are having a great day. Let's get into this.
Alright, let's talk UFO, UAP, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Let's talk about it. Now, if you've clicked on this video, you've probably seen the UFO, UAP hearing they had the other day.
I have to be careful what I say in detail because there is an open whistleblower reprisal investigation on my behalf.
I think it was pretty cool getting to see, high government officials and people in Congress talk about it and be open to it out in the open for everyone to see. My favorite thing about the whole entire hearing was the fact that now this talking point will be approached different and looked at different amongst different groups talking about it all over the world, whether it's your front yard or whether it's motherfuckers at NASA. Now it appears everybody from us to motherfuckers who are allowed to fly $50 million jets are on the same page. Keyword appears. Why do I say appears like that? Because, hey, Google what a coup is. A coup is a sudden, decisive exercise of force in politics, and especially the violent overthrow or alteration of an existing government by a small group. If you watch the UFO hearing, you know why I'm saying that. All right, let's start with something simple. The abbreviation change of these things. It's been UFO for a very long time. Out of nowhere, they changed.
Man, we're going to get into some deep stuff here. I can already feel that coming. I just wanted to let him really introduce all of that to see what we were getting into. You got to be careful with the way that you disclose that kind of information, because a lot of people aren't ready to hear that kind of stuff, and it can freak people out and make them panic. And you don't want mass panic, right? That'll be even worse than people not knowing everything. So yeah, it is a very hard topic to approach because some people don't even want to believe in that kind of stuff.
The abbreviation change of these things. It's been UFO for a very long time. Out of nowhere, they changed it to UAP. Now, a lot of people were like, oh, they're trying to distract us and they're trying to cover up the aliens. I look at that as a clue. So UFO, unidentified flying object. UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon. So they know it's not an object, and now, by the physics, it is not flying.
Okay, yeah, that's weird. Okay. Yeah, why is it a phenomenon now? Good question, Church. That is a good question to pose right there.
It doesn't fly. It's not an object. They don't appear to have wings. They don't appear to have pilots that are the size that we are. It doesn't appear to have fuel, propulsion, a route, a common place, nothing. These things have been known to sit perfectly still in stage 4 hurricanes. It's not affected by wind. It's not affected by liquid. It's not affected by... It ain't affected, okay? Which means you can't build another flying object that performs good enough to catch it or destroy it. The abbreviation UFO was not correct for its physics, so they changed it. And
bro, that's fucking crazy. Wow, that is a crazy thought right there, that it didn't even have enough physical properties of a flying object to be classified as one. It had more otherworldly physical characteristics, almost. A phenomenon. Huh. This is some shit right here, let me tell you.
The abbreviation You-Eff-Oh was not correct for its physics, so they changed it. And even what they changed it to is really not the right abbreviation, because we've been knowing for years that off of the Navy's video of the Tic Tac, it's not just aerial. It goes in the ocean. It's aquatic as well, apparently.
At precisely 11 p.m., the unidentified sphere seemingly vanished into the ocean.
Splashed.
When they say splash, that doesn't mean there was a physical splash. That means this object went into the water, or they suspect it did.
And think about it. How you think that makes,
All right, then.
you know, how military people feel if they have nothing to do with this? Probably like, oh, fuck. If it's outmaneuvering our jets the way it does, and they can't catch it in the air, and then all of a sudden this thing's like, fuck it, I want to go in the ocean, bye. Boom. Hits the ocean,
Yo, that's facts. Like, even if you did, right? Think about that, like, with those objects. Even if you were to actually catch up to it, or, like, start to affect it with weaponry or something, it just, boom, into the ocean, like you said. What the hell, man? Yeah. That's different. There's something going on, for sure.
all of a sudden this thing's like, fuck it, I want to go in the ocean, bye. Boom. Hits the ocean at fucking 18 G's. What's the plane gonna do? Hey, submarine, is any of y'all around here? If the plane can't catch this thing, the fucking submarine definitely can't catch it. Look how every military is structured in the entire world. They have different sections for shit. That's why you have the Marines, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, all the different shit. We have it in sections. They have something that is everything at one time. We ain't even near there yet. You know what the crazy thing is? I ain't seen nobody mention anything ever about weapons being on these things.
That's facts. Like, aside from abductions, when have you ever, like, heard of a UFO actually attacking? Besides that, like, Battle of LA stuff, right? That's true. It's just like in the movies. I've never heard, besides an abduction, of, like, an attack, right? Just, like, shooting lasers or even shooting guns. It's all evasive tactics and masking, like invisibility, right? Huh. Interesting.
When have you ever heard anyone be like, yeah, there's a weapon on there? Or I suspect a weapon to be attached to this. 0 times of weapons ever in all of history. 0 weapons. Even all the times our Air Force has claimed to purposely chase the fuck out of these things. Not once have you ever heard them be like, yeah, it fired a bullet at me or a laser or nothing.
Right?
It's like it's playing with you harmlessly. And you know what the interesting thing about that is? That's a human property. That's a human thing humans do. We trick dogs. We think it's funny. We trick babies that we think it's funny. We trick our friends, play jokes on them. We think it's funny. Why do these things appear to be doing the same exact thing except for, you know, with our...
Yes. Like, we are the ant farm of the universe, right? Man, think about it. What would they do? What if they just... They would play trivial tricks on people and make them be like, what the hell's that in the sky? Holy shit, we gotta figure this out. And to them, it's just like, huh, drive-by, right? Hello. It's fucking crazy, man.
On them, we think it's funny. Why do these things appear to be doing the same exact thing except for, you know, with our fucking world government? And there's different forms of trickery. I mean, people, you know, in a sense, played tricks on people to rob stores. Or played tricks in a pursuing kind of way to be like, hey, it wasn't me, it was someone else. You know, those are all not good things. This thing's not doing that. This is like a playful manner, it seems like, personally to me. All right, now let's look at positioning ability. of humans versus these things. All right, so let's go back to the UFO hearing. What do you hear these Navy pilots say? These things ascend and descend fast as fuck. They fly up. It's somewhere up somewhere. So these craft can go from ground level to up in space somewhere in like seconds, right? Now let's look at
to the fucking back rooms, man.
So these craft can go from ground level to up in space somewhere in like seconds, right? Now let's look at human technology from ground to up. We've been to the moon 6 physical times. We only successfully done it 5 times. Only 12 men total have been on the moon in all of history. If going to the moon actually happened in the 60s, from the 60s to now, these stats are fucking horse shit. Mm-hmm. Not to mention we got to set up a rocket for weeks and get ready and build it and have people gather around and be like 10, 9, 8. By the time the fucking thing lifts off, the Tic Tac could have done, went to Venus and back like 20 times.
That's facts, though. We got all this crazy technology that takes forever to put together and piece together, and these things are just seamlessly disappearing and reappearing. They'll be here, and then the next thing you know, it's fucking behind you over there. Like, what the hell? It's either fast motion or teleportation. What do they say? The theory is that if you take a piece of paper, right, and you want to get from here to here in the quickest manner, well, the quickest manner would be to fold the piece of paper in half so that those 2 points are touching, and then stick a pencil through it to make a hole. Right?
By the time the fucking thing lifts off, the Tic Tac could have done, went to Venus and back like 20 times. Next thing we're going to compare is the ocean. These things are always around the ocean. They're playing in the ocean. They're above the ocean. They're hitting the fucking ocean at high speeds. We can't even shoot a damn bullet into the water that is an aerodynamic bullet into the water without it, if you ever shot the water, it fucks the bullet up, and the bullet doesn't go that far under. It just kind of gets fucked up. The impact is what fucks it all up. It's a solid meeting a liquid.
Yeah.
There's an impact. These things are hitting the water at speeds that should definitely fuck them up. So is it not a solid? Probably not. How is it not?
Right. Anything that falls into water gets fucked up. Water is dangerous. So how are these, how are you hitting water? Maybe it is the speed. Maybe that level of speed creates almost like a funnel for it to just land softly into. Who knows? I'm not sure how the physics on that works.
These things are hitting the water at speeds that should definitely fuck them up. So is it not a solid? Probably not. How is it not affected by water? I don't know. It's something that's able to be an aerial phenomenon and an aquatic phenomenon at the same exact time. So that tells me that this thing can be transparent, and our Earth really doesn't matter to it. If it can move through anything, or does matter to it. More than we think.
Right.
Get it? Matter. Probably not, but it's alright. And I know y'all have seen the videos of it like flashing and like teleporting.
Ah, yes. We were just talking about this. See?
What and if it's this? Doing that, it's doing that for a reason. What process is it doing when it's here and teleports, and then it's like over here, and it's showing you, hey, look, I can teleport. It's not doing it for a reason, not that we can see. It's doing it just to show whoever's looking. Just think about it. If they have multiple videos of this thing.
Right, it's almost like it's just sitting there like, hey, I want you to see this because this is cool as hell, right? And it's going to make you wonder. And it might be like, are they trying to activate the curiosity to get us to figure all that stuff out, Because once you have to believe in something to start figuring it out, right? So if we see it a lot, we'll believe it can be done because it's there, so then we'll try to figure it out. That could be the whole point, right? To trigger curiosity.
Moving at the speed of light, and there's a streak behind it, and you're talking hundreds of miles in seconds, then what is the point of it teleporting 15 feet over and over? To be like, hey, look, you see me teleporting? Yeah, alien muscles. The only thing I've seen with my own two eyes on our planet that is a burst of energy that goes and it kind of moves forwards a little bit, but it doesn't teleport. You can still see it, but it's a jet engine on a car. You're probably like, whoa, what the fuck? Look, drag strip shit, okay? And what do you know? The fastest thing we have that can even kind of see them is the jet engine. But even that, a rail car with a jet engine on it has one direction. If it slightly goes off of that direction, you're fucked.
Sheesh.
Even then, a jet
Oh,
engine on
Lord.
the plane, you can only bank it so much before you're fucked.
Approximately 3/4 of the way around the turn, at 1416, the aircraft banked past 90 degrees, descended rapidly, clipped
Oh,
power
no.
lines, and hit the ground.
The only thing that I can think of that moves the most similar to these tic-tac things and stuff is a cursor on a computer.
Yikes.
Huh. Oh, Lord. Fucking UFOs, right? What an interesting video from Upchurch, man. Holy shit. It's crazy to think about. So there's going to be more parts to this. We're going to be able to dive deeper into this once he puts out more parts. Ryan, thank you for putting this up. This was a very interesting video to watch. I'm glad that I had this on here. And thank you again for the encouragement. I appreciate that. You're awesome. Thank you for everything. Everybody, thank you for watching. I appreciate it so much. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and subscribe to Upchurch. Leave a like on his video. The original will be down in the description as always. I'm Bakasa. A reaction video a day keeps the doctor away. Fuck those apples. Like, comment, subscribe, up this way. Bang that notification bell for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you. Peace.